What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, or Ramey Racing Engines, and Profab Headers and Exhaust. What's up, guys? I'm David.
I'm Connor.
What's up, man?
Not a whole lot. It's pretty good weather this week.
Kind of chilly out there some mornings.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, but not a whole lot right now, racing wise. A little bit of school. How about you?
Man, it's been busy, but not with a whole lot of much of anything. Nah, just trying to get some of this stuff straight around here and get ready to, get this car straight. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll try and see some more and all that fun stuff. And no, about the same, man. I've been liking this weather. It cooled down quick this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of still in the 80s today, but then all of a sudden, as soon as the sun started going down, it was like dropping quick, and it's good, football weather.
Right.
Since you supporting wearing them proud over there, the Gamecocks.
Man,
What'd you think about that game, man?
they're just so close.
Alabama.
Man, they're so close to being a pretty good team.
They're so close.
Just find a way to lose it.
I got about yelled at church the other morning when we were talking about it. I said, man, I just think our quarterback is kind of letting us down a little.
He's letting us down some ways, and some ways he's also kept us in the game. So
yeah, you just can't throw a mile over head, and you can't throw that many interceptions and fumble and stuff every game. Yeah,
there's some mistakes he's got to clean up, but I don't think we have anybody on the bench.
Oh no,
they can come in and play better. So at this point, we just got to keep with it, and he's obviously very talented. Just got to hopefully cut out some mistakes.
Yeah, for sure. I think he definitely he's got potential.
Oh yeah,
got potential. I just hope he sticks around, and I think they'll stick with him, because like you said, there ain't nobody coming in that's gonna do any better. I don't know. That's
I thought when we got the onside kick, that might have been our
get the onside kick and turn around and give it to him.
Yeah, couldn't do anything. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, we led a long time there, and then it's what it is. It was what it is. There was a few good games this week.
Yeah, it was several.
That LSU Ole Miss game, that was a pretty good game.
Tennessee Florida was good.
Tennessee Florida ended up being a good game. I thought I was like, man, is anybody gonna score anything? Then all of a sudden they started scoring there in the third and fourth quarter there. Yeah. And so I don't know. SEC strong though. I mean, I will say that.
Yeah, anybody can beat anybody pretty much. I mean, even Vandy is pretty good now somehow.
I saw somebody today, and y'all can talk junk all y'all want, and I ain't trying to. I just saw it, so I'm commenting what I saw. Saw somebody comment and asked. They said, "What you think Carolina's record would be if they had Clemson's schedule?" I was like, I don't know.
Probably at least the same as Clemson's.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. I think it'd be about the same as Clemson's probably. Because I think that's actually going to be a good game this year.
It should be. I mean, they got beat down pretty good by Georgia, so I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's I don't know. That's football.
Yeah, such gonna hate it. I think our record's gonna show us a lot worse than we really were this year.
Well, and that's what's going to stink is, you play a bunch of close games but still lose them. It just goes down as a loss.
Right.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, man, that's what stinks is, LSU, now Alabama, right there.
Yeah, 4 points. I mean, would have been, 5-1 right now or whatever.
Exactly.
So
that's Carolina football. What it is. That's day in our life of Gamecock fans. So anyway, there was a pile. There was a bunch of racing and a bunch of stuff to talk about this this past week in racing, and we got a guest coming on here with us today, talking about some. We had everything from as we talked on here last week, the Star Super Stock Tour had their race at South Boston, and Jeff Melton brought home the win there.
Sweet.
And it was
so they had a crash in practice.
It was a good race.
Was it?
I mean, it was a barn burner, to say the least. And I mean, Jeff Melton pretty much, everybody knew he was kind of class of the field. But beyond that, there was some beating and banging and all through the field, and some spinning, and enough to have penalties out today of probation through the rest of the year. And
back and watch it then.
So if you haven't watched it, go back on. It was on Float Racing. Go back and watch it this past weekend. It was a good race. It was a pretty good race. They tore up some cars. Brandon Caraway, man, I think he tried to get caught up in every wreck.
Oh man. So that's what Street Stock Series and all series can do that.
Oh yeah, they all have their days.
Really hurt themselves when they tear up. What you mean? That's just, it's on the drivers at the end of the day. But tearing up race cars is just not. No. It always seems like now you're not gonna have as many cars as you did. It takes a long time to build back up when we have a crazy night like that. But it seems to happen in pretty much every series at one point or another.
Points wise, they're coming down to their last race at Hickory here. So that was their next last race. Points leader, Albie Ovitt. He cut a tire. Well, he was one of them that got into it in practice. So they thrashed to get the car back together. Somebody just spun, and then people checked up behind, and just that track is
just unfortunate.
It was just nobody had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like. I didn't see anything, but that's what was said. It was just kind of somebody spun, and everybody just didn't have anywhere to go when it happened. Yeah. So wasn't expecting it. But Albie was caught up in the crash in practice, so they thrashed on the car to get hit back together. He qualified fourth technically on time, but they have an order for them to go out in, and he missed his qualifying order, and so he had to start at the back because he went out of order. But charged through the field quick, ended up getting tangled up with some cars there, and was coming through. I think he was running about 5th place, and then come out the corner, and I just lost his name there. Anyway, it was Mike Cooper, I think it is. They ended up, their first and second in the points, they just barely touched. And all of a sudden, Albie went down in 3 in the right front. Lost the right front and took them both out.
Dang.
Just killed both their cars. So he had a rough night, but that brings points. They finished right next to each other, so brings it down to a finale for them at Hickory. It's going to be pretty good. Cars Tour was on tap there at Tri-County Speedway this past weekend, which was really cool because, that was kind of in the region. It's been hit by Helene, or North Carolina, and they did a $5 night. Only cost everybody $5 if you didn't see it. So
sweet.
They wanted everybody to, knew all kind of craziness was going on, but if you could get out and do something, they didn't want it to cost everybody an arm and a leg to do it. So that was pretty good. Connor Jones ended up winning the late model stock portion.
Fuel mileage race.
Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it?
I think that happened last year during the $30,000 race or whatever. Yeah, so it started running out of fuel.
Ended up winning.
I guess they're just on the gas so much there.
I guess
it burned more gas. I don't know, because it wasn't really there was some cautions, but it wasn't like they rode around way longer than usual. So that was I hate it for Minnie Tyrell. He looked like he had it.
Minnie's been right there all year.
Yeah,
man. He is dude. He is like at Florence. He led laps, and he has been right up front so many times. And that's what he does. I think that's his thing. It's like, man, I'm gonna get up front. to begin with, and then I'll ride. And I don't blame him. I mean, it's a lot easier to control your destiny in that race a lot of times from the front than it is sitting mid-pack where any
stuff happens,
crazy stuff happens. So that was like I said, that's what Minnie does there, and it's been a couple years since he's won on the Cars Tour, and I think he'll get back to it here shortly. I mean, he's right on that cusp of getting one. That's coming down to be a good points battle with one to go at North Wilkesboro, between Connor Hall and Butterbean there. That's pretty close. But so anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go to the phone at this time, and winner of the Cars Tour Pro Late Model Division there at Tri-County, Caden Honeycutt. Caden, what's going on, man?
Oh, pretty good, man. How about yourself?
I ain't gonna complain a whole lot at all. Man, you had a pretty good weekend there. I saw up at Tri-County in the Cars Tour Pro Late Model, driving the Bryson Lopez car there, and man, that's pretty cool. Glad to see it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was definitely good for everyone especially for the team being their first year Pro Late Model racing, and be able to win the Cars Tour is huge.
Man, I'm gonna tell you that back when it was the supers and the Cars Tour, it kind of that was I don't know, it just didn't stick around here so much. But all of a sudden now the Pro Late Model side of the Cars Tour, to me, man, it is coming on. It's getting some big names, and everybody's going through it. So that is it's becoming a stacked field, man.
Yeah, it's really been big, especially going to these Pro Late Models a whole lot more with Carolina Pro Series and stuff like that. So, the car count has definitely been really good throughout the whole season. So, I imagine Wilkesboro this next week is going to be above 30 or so. So, yeah, it's been really good all season. A lot of good competition, and no shortages of excitement for sure all season.
Well, man, real quick before we get into this past week's race, I want to kind of ask you about your season as a whole in that on that side. You've kind of been in a couple different rides even, and but you're still right up there in points, man, and it's coming down, and you've made it a battle, man.
Yeah, we have. We sure have.
That's so tell us about how it's come down with having a couple different rides in that series and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's definitely thanks to David Page and everyone at NPM for the opportunity to run half the year this year pretty much, and also thanks to Bryson Lopez, Dustin Bryson, Ernie Lopez for the opportunity to finish out the season for them. I really can't appreciate them enough for what they've done for me to finish out the year and make a run at it for the championship. So, yeah, it's definitely been pretty good. Just a matter of details and be able to find the speed to be able to win races, and no matter what any car you're in. So, it's definitely been good to start out. Starting at Ace a couple of months ago in August, we hit it right off the bat with BLR, and I think after that we've really been having a good stride of finishes and be able to have the opportunity to win.
Cool, man. I was fixing to say, I was watching you here at Florence, and man, you were right up there in the battle there, and I was glad to see it, and got to talk with you there before the race for a minute, and man, it's been cool to watch you for sure. And so going into this past Saturday night there at Tri-County, man, you were fast all day.
Yeah, we were. I was very excited about what we had. Qualified second, which I thought was good for sure. But, we were good right off the bat. I was pretty excited about our chances this weekend. We really needed to give ourselves a chance at winning. so that way we can cut that points gap to even shorter margin. And I think we've done that, and now we give ourselves an even better chance to win it next week. So I think I've done a great job the last couple of races, not just Track County, but I think we'll give ourselves an opportunity to try and win it, and I think we'll have the same speed again at Wilkesboro.
For sure, man, for sure. So tell us a little bit about tonight, man. Like you said, qualified second, and that's a good start to it. And I really think watching these races, it seems like you guys in that pro late model side, that there's a lot of track position game there. You really need to start in good position to be able to kind of control the race, it feels like.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of the pro late model racing itself is like that. So, I think qualifying has always been huge in the pro late models, for sure. I don't think it hasn't been anything like that before. But it's always been like that. That's why I put so much emphasis on qualifying well every week, because it gives yourself a better chance at winning the race. So, I think we'll have the same seat at Wilkesboro, and definitely qualifying in the top two at Wilkesboro is going to be insanely huge.
For sure, man, for sure. All right, tell us about the obviously there was a little controversy at the end of the race, as they talked about. They finally said Tristan McKee jumped to start, which puts you up to the lead there, man, and which, like I said, I feel like you had the speed the whole day, but how'd you see it from your seat?
Yeah, I was obviously I was the control car, and I decided when I was gonna take off. Tristan was doing what he needed to do to try to win the race, but so was I to get extra points and obviously to win the race. So we were way away from the restart zone. I never even thought about firing before he did it. He was just trying to get the start and try to win the race. There's nothing I was mad at him for. I knew he was trying to win, but I figured that we would have got it called back, and then we would have restarted and tried again, and I could have had a better advantage in the next restart. But it's definitely when that went the way it did. At first, I was like, man, I really just lost from something like that. And Dave Kiff is a racer. He understands how things work, and he saw it from the right way. I really felt like and saw that he jumped the start. So that's pretty much everyone else knew it too. I'm pretty sure. Like there's no way that you didn't see that. So just good that we have stuff like this that it unfortunately occurs, but right decisions get made for sure.
Hey, that's part of racing. You got to make it work. However, you got to make it work sometimes, man. Well, congratulations there. And you talk about going into Wilkesboro, man. That's a cool track to race on. How you feel going into it?
Yeah, it's obviously going to be repaved. It's extremely fast. Definitely no shortage of speed for sure, especially with the Pro Late models. Just going to go and just race it how we did last time, but obviously with a different team this time. But I think we'll, like I said, I think we'll have the speed to go up there and challenge and try to win this.
Well, man, that'd be awesome. We'll be cheering for you for sure, man. I'm that crazy person. I try to reach out every once in a while when I watch you, man, because I tell you, man, in all honesty, I mean, we don't really know each other. We've talked a couple times, but never really anything at all. But I don't know, something about your driving style just impresses me, man. And it and I've been glad to see what you've accomplished on the track this year for sure. Not only in the late models, even late model stock, you've had some great runs in there. But in the truck series, and you just announced you signed to be a full-time driver there in 2025. Man, congratulations on that.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's definitely an opportunity that I never thought I wouldn't be able to have, but it's thanks to Cody and Al and everyone at Nice Motorsports for the opportunity to go and do that next year, and especially even having the part-time schedule this year. I'm very grateful for that. Don't take anything like that for granted for sure. So I'm extremely excited for that next year. Just going to do what we need to and finish out this season and really emphasize on these last 3 weeks, I think we'll have a good chance to go out and, win the last 3 truck races. So that's what we're going to try and do and build ourselves up for next year and try to hit it off at the right for the start of Daytona in next year.
For sure, man. And that's what I've said to a pile of people. I'm like, man, for Caden being, a part-timer this year, man, you've really put that truck. It's like every race you look, and he's in top 5, top 10 every race you've ran, and it's been really impressive, man.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, we definitely have speed. Carson was really fast last year, so I really feel like that this year was a rebuild process a little bit with some changes that we had, and we really had speed from the word go. So I really think we'll have that we had a really good season so far. And just obviously there was a couple races I thought we could have won if things went differently. But as long as we're giving ourselves a chance to do that, I really feel like we'll be able to cook off wins next year and run for a championship.
For sure, man, and we'll definitely be pulling for you, man. One more question, man. How about that dirt car, man? You got any more plans to drive it coming up?
Yeah, so I do plan to go to All-Tech in the 604, probably for somebody else. It probably won't be my car. I'm going to save my car for Votto next year in January. So I'm going to do that next year. I'm going to leave all the super stuff aside. I'm going to focus on the rest of this year on the asphalt side and try to win all these big races on the late model stocks and last pro race and snowball. I think we'll have really good chances on all of those sides. So I plan to run that in Votto next year, and then I plan to run the 100,000 604 Nationals over at All-Tech for, I think, Mikey Kyle Motorsports. So I'm excited for that. Have some fun time over there and try to win $100,000.
Sweet, man. Connor, he's kind of like the he's the next up and coming Kyle Larson. Just jump in anything and drive, man.
Jack of all trades.
That's cool, man. That's do you feel like, and I've asked a lot of people this, but and we know a pile of guys on the dirt side, but do you feel like the dirt side kind of somewhat, I guess you say, helps with some car control sometimes?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say dirt is extremely good with car control and learning the different types of racecraft to take into the next level, whatever it is that you do. So, yeah, I really think dirt's a huge aspect of where I am today, and I'm very thankful for that. So, yeah, lots of dirt racing under my belt for sure, which I think is very contributive for any type of race car that you stick your foot into.
Sweet, man. Sweet. Well, cool, man. Well, you gonna come down and we're right here in Florence. You gonna run the 400 down here this year?
Yeah, I do plan to. We're gonna plan Tom Mustry Racing. I think we're gonna go and try to win us a 400. I finished second in that deal last year, so we'll try to be one spot better and try to win a South Carolina 400.
That's right, man. Well, cool, buddy. Well, man, we won't hold you up anymore, but, man, we sure appreciate you coming on. And if you want to, let everybody know who's all helped you get to this point that you're at now, man.
Yeah, of course, my mom and dad that sacrificed everything they did to put me in this position where I'm at. Don't thank all my friends and family, my beautiful girlfriend Jessica, for supporting me these last 4.5 years and taking trips away and doing everything we have done to let me go race and understand what I'm doing. So also want to thank everyone at Neath Motorsports, Cody, Al, every one of our supporters, Tony Valento, Precision, Auto Ventive, Chevrolet, everyone that helps us on the truck side, and Tom Mustry Racing, Kent's Packer, Fayetteville Heating and Air, Winsight Development, DreamWorks Motorsports, Artist Race Cars, Scott Heating and Air, everyone on our late model stock side that put so much effort in that deal. I appreciate them very much. And Bryson Lopez Racing, Atlanta Paving Concrete, TMC, Cadillac Ranch, and HP Late Motors, Rackley War Racing on that side. Thank them for their support, what they give us. So yeah, we're tons of people that help stuff go around, man, and I appreciate them. We'll go and try to have this hard work paid off, and that we've worked so hard for in this Pro Late model. So I think we'll do it. We'll just have to go into this weekend and pull it off.
Well, go do it, man. Go pull it off. Go get this championship, man. And best of luck to you. And hopefully we'll be talking to you real soon about another win and possibly a championship. You never know.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Thank you.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Caden Honeycutt there. Coming off a pro late model win at Tri-County and hopefully going for a championship there. He's like I said, man, he's a jack of all trades when it comes to a race car, dude.
Yeah, that's probably a good time, getting to race pretty much every week, dirt late models, asphalt late models. That's
pro late
that's
model,
cool.
the late model stock,
and to be good in all of it,
that's the thing.
Really
dude.
impressive.
And I'm gonna tell you, I really think. I mean, you see his name obviously, in the pro late model, winning the race, and he's ran up front and running really close in points there. Possibly, he'll be fighting for a championship next race. I feel like he's one, in my opinion, that I don't want to say he's the underdog, but you just don't. They're just not throwing his name around as much as some of the other ones. And
I thought he's got a lot out of the truck.
He I really think he did.
Yeah, really run good in that. So, excited to see him run full time next year.
That's going to be pretty good, I think, when he gets every week, and he'll actually be going back to some of the tracks for a second time. Some of them days already run out and ran up front, and it's like, all right, well, I know what I need to do now, So that's going to be huge. And so, again, congratulations to Caden Honeycutt, and appreciate him giving us some time here this evening. Pretty cool guy. He's always, and I will tell you, I don't know if you've ever spoke to him much, Connor, but probably one of the nicest people at a racetrack ever. And I ain't trying to down anybody, but there's some drivers out there that just hard to talk to, we'll say. Dude, no, him, I was picking with him on the front stretch at Florence at the Cars Tour race because I was standing there. We were waiting for the, I think, national anthem, all that good stuff, and they were lining the cars up on the front stretch, and he pulls his up, and he was getting out, and all of a sudden the crowd just goes crazy, and he kind of looks up. I said, "Yep, they're cheering for you." But it was Kevin Harvick coming up. He said, "Oh, yeah." And it was just funny. We laughed about it there on the front stretch, and but he's one of the coolest guys you can talk to in the pits there, I think, on the Cars Tour, especially now, obviously going into the Truck Series. So I'm one of the people that I think that personality gets you a long way in life in general. If you're a likable person, it's a whole lot easier for somebody to hire you than it is, if you're not.
Right.
So I think he'll go a long way. He's got some talent, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, we're pulling for him.
Definitely so. So congratulations to him. But want to take just a minute here and get a word for our sponsors.
Chicken Bone Alley is brought to you by SRI Performance. They are your one-stop shop for all things racing. Do you need performance parts? Look no further. They offer a wide range of high-performance parts for various types of racing, including stock car racing, dirt racing, and more. SRI Performance also has the most knowledgeable employees in the industry. If you're looking for that hard-to-find part, they've got it. And if you're wondering how to make it work on your car, they know it. Check them out online at www.sriperformance.com. And when you do, don't forget to use the promo code CBONE10. That's C as in chicken, BONE 10, and get 10% off at checkout. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum is a full-line steel service center stocking thousands of sizes, shapes, grades, and types of metals and plastic. If you need it, they have it. And if not, they work fast to find what you need and get it to you. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum also has the ability to cut orders to your specifications as requested. Their dedicated team not only brings many years of experience to the table, but they are always ready and willing to lend a hand with anything you may need. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Your material needs are covered here.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, want to thank our good friends over at Profab Headers and Exhaust. Profab Headers and Exhaust. They are quality that wins. Ladies and gentlemen, that That is their slogan, and that is what they do. They are number one in this exhaust game, and they are always winning. So y'all go get you some Profab headers and exhaust there. It don't matter what kind of application you got. Anything from really anything. Legend cars, they run Profab headers and exhaust, complete exhaust from Profab headers. Street stock on up super late models, anything in between, that's dirt or asphalt, whatever, don't matter. Y'all go get you some Profab headers and exhaust. Also, Earl Ramey Racing Engines. He's your one-stop shop for motors. I don't care, dude. I saw today, and I may have the year wrong, but it looked like it. So I'm just going. It's something about a Model T. We'll just go with that. A Model T Ford that he took an original engine out of one, and they did some work on it. They upgraded this engine for sure, and put it back in there. And that's what I'm saying. He does a little bit of everything. Yeah. Any and everything, but especially all your racing needs. Anything from crate motors on up, whatever you need. I don't care. Supers, everything. So y'all head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines. While you're there, get some time on that chassis dyno that he's got, and make that work for you. Find out all the hidden power. So head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Tell him we sent you. Alrighty. So where do we start? Since we talked about the Star Superstock Tour real quick, they were there, kind of one of the supporting classes for the Smart Modified Tour. I got late model stuck in my head. Smart Modified Tour. I want to talk about it, but I don't know what. I asked Chris Williams to come on here, the series director for Smart, but he was already booked. So he did respond to me, so I appreciate him doing that. And we'll have to find out from him to see what actually happened.
Yeah,
I know Burt Myers won.
Yeah, you have to fill me in a little bit. The part that I heard, but hearsay. Said what they kind of rolled Burt Myers into tech and kind of closed it off and didn't let anybody else watch.
Well, they did, and then they said it. I guess everybody was outside yelling and everything else. So the door was only closed for a couple minutes, and they opened it right back up. But yeah, that's what happened. And Brian Hicks said, "I'm boring." He's supervising. Appreciate you, Brian. Anyway, they I don't know. That's the thing is I'm trying to figure out, and I want to see what they have to say. There was something of question on the car, obviously. Don't know what it was, where it was, if we're talking motor-wise, if we're talking suspension-wise. It sounded like something that a lot of people could see because they were kind of talking about it. And then, like I said, they went in tech and kind of got hush-hush about it. So really trying to figure out what this is. If anybody knows, fill us in. We'd love to know. Just to know more than anything. Because I'm going to be honest with you, and I would tell him this. It's not a good look when it's not communicated. When it's just looks like everything's hidden, and then all of a sudden you come out and the championship race is supposed to be what they call the Smart 3, and it's a race in those 3.
Yeah, I had to.
Well, they expanded it to 5 now because of this. Because they said this rule was just it wasn't anything Burt did, it was an oversight.
Why'd it go to 5 though?
Because that determined some of their championship stuff. So it sounded like any other time this would have been called illegal and somebody else would have made it in. Well, now, we gonna change this. We just change this to 5.
Sound like when they put Jeff Gordon in the playoffs.
That's exactly what it sounded like to me. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, they just got to put somebody in the playoffs. Must have been Ryan Newman this time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was not. There's a gnat in here flying around. It's driving me crazy. That's kind of a weird set of circumstances there.
Yeah.
Just a weird look. Maybe we'll find out more. I don't know. So beyond that, like we said, we already talked about the Cars tour there. Before we get anything bigger, I was at Florence Motor Speedway. Decided to go over there. We'll talk about it a little bit. But it was pretty straightforward night of racing for sure. Limited late model did not run late model stock, but they ran limited late model and had the biggest field of limited late models they've had all year because they didn't run late model stock, and all the late model stock guys came and ran limited late model. So there was, I don't know how many. Did you see how many cars there were?
I mean, what 15 to 16,
somewhere
like
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in there. So I mean, it was a good field of those. Our buddy Matt Cox, dominated. I will say that he even started backing off because he was. But then at the end of the race, he said wasn't running right. At the very end, he said it kind of stopped running right the last few laps. So fortunately, he had a big enough lead that didn't really make a difference. There was 15. But I do want to say, and I've heard this from a few people over there. People talked about, talked about Matt a little bit. And I've heard a few people say this, talking about, oh, he's just he ain't done much this year. Dude went out there and won races in the backup car after his primary car got destroyed the first year. And still ran up front every race. I mean, other than, I think a couple races.
Outside the top three,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, Casey Kelly had a heck of a year. And Donovan Strauss had a heck of a year. It was very competitive. But I'm going to tell you, knowing the equipment that Matt runs and what he ran, backup-wise, dude did good all year. And as soon as he got the primary car back, other than running, third at the Cars Tour race, I don't think he's lost a race. So, don't hang your head up on Matt there. He's I think he's barring anything else happening like that happened this year, I think he's ready to make a run in 25. He's they got it back together, back going straight, and I spend some time with him down in there in the pits and stuff. Just super cool people, cool guys, and I like him a lot. And I think he's ready to, which I like him all a lot. Y'all know we've had Casey Kelly on here, we've had Cody Kelly on here, we've had Donovan Strauss. I like all of them guys. They are a bunch of racers. They're hardcore. They drive. They're a bunch of good drivers. So I don't know. I feel like they kind of downed Matt a little bit this year, and it's hard to race when you ain't got your number one bullet sometimes.
Well, it's hard to win every race like you did.
Exactly. Competition was strong this year. I'm not taking anything away from that by no means. Competition was in late model stocks at Florence Motor Speedway was probably the strongest I've ever seen it this year. It was tough. So, but anyway, so Matt Cox took home the limited late model portion. Charger cars had a 50 lap race this time with all 4 new tires on it. It didn't make a difference. Ricky Locklear Jr. Just put it on everybody. He dude was letting off at the flag stand. I ain't even gonna lie to you. He was checked out on cruise control. Wayne Locklear was looking pretty fast. Donald Clark finished up there. I think he ended up.
Yeah, like he got real loose at the end.
He ended up. That's right. He fell back there. I thought Truett Miranda was going, and I think he would have finished top 3. They ended up getting tangled up with a lap car for no reason, in my opinion. But that happens when some lap cars get out there, unfortunately. So they got tangled up with him. Truett had to fault it back, and it's just so hard to get back through the field when everybody, especially on new tires. I don't know. Brandon Johnson took on the mini stocks race there. He was flying too. That car was on a reel this week. I'm trying to think what else was out there. Corbin Cannon won the Bandos. Who won the Legends? Remember?
Let me think. Not right off.
I don't either.
I know there was.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Oh well. I do know Owen Zacharias finished 5th in it.
Oh, that's good.
He's it was only his second race in the car, so he's he'll be coming on up there. He was looking good. So bunch of good racing, but that was the last race kind of the regular scheduled season up to the big race, the 400, the South Carolina 400 coming up in November. So it was a good season over at Florence Motor Speedway. We got a race coming up at Dillon Motor Speedway. They're the first weekend of November. Ready for that? Well, hopefully we'll be ready for it. We'll be ready for it. We'll be racing for sure. Just hoping to get faster.
Yeah.
So, you got yours ready, Connor?
We're gonna find out here.
Which one you ready? Which one you gonna be?
We want to get the black car ready and race it, but
you.
We'll see.
I got you.
We'll be there with something, I'm sure.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and knock out. Want to thank our good friends over at Dixie Made, guys. Dixie Made right here in Florence, South Carolina. If you're in town, stop by Dixie Made. They got their all their sales going on for the fall. It's gonna be Christmas time for y'all to know it for sure. I mean, it is. It's coming up on us quick. They got their layaway open there at Dixie Made, so come get all those. Get everybody covered from head to toe and all the cool clothing they want for Christmas. Put it on layaway and come get it out right before. So they got that going on. Also, I want to thank our good friends over at Fresh Chef. Fresh Chef, they're in the heart of Race City, USA, up in the North Carolina area. Concord, Conover. There's so many locations up there. Just check out Fresh Chef if you're up that way. Great food and drinks all the time. You can't beat them. Fresh Chef. Also, RevMax Racing Apparel, guys. RevMax Racing Apparel. They got you covered. Suits, all that good stuff. You got a critter over there?
Yeah.
I ain't kidding. There's a moth in here now. Where are they coming from? We don't know what to do in here tonight. Jeez. I had to get a bug. We're going to hang a bugs. We're going to take the sign down and put a bug zapper right there. Anyway, guys, RevMax Racing Apparel. They got you covered all the suit-wise. If you need multi-layer SFI-rated suits, they got you covered. Also, just you karting guys, if you need your single-layer suits, they got you covered with that too. So go check them out, and they get you covered there. Also, our good buddy Skylar Whitfield. You go check him out. SkylarWhitfield.live, as you see on the screen there. I gave him a short week this week. He's only got 3 days. He's normally 8 out of 7. So go check him out at the Old Irish Pub there in Myrtle Beach. There on the 18th. Murphy's on the Ocean there in North Myrtle Beach on the 19th. And on the 20th, he'll be at Lazy Turtle Bar and Grill there in Oak Island, North Carolina. So if you're in anywhere close to any of those, make sure y'all go see our buddy Skylar Whitfield. He ended up actually
Not to say I saw him at Florence.
yeah, he ended up at Florence because I want to say congratulations to our good friend Terry Radford. Him and his wife just on the birth of their second child.
Oh, wow.
So he was at home with the baby. So,
Was he calling the race?
who, Terry?
Yeah.
No,
I know Skylar was.
Skylar was up. Skylar and Steve were up there.
Oh, Steve was up there. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I heard another voice.
Yeah, Skylar and Steve were up there. So so it changed up Skylar's schedule a little bit, I think, last week. But congratulations to our buddy Terry Radford on the birth of their child. But yeah, go see Skylar. Go check him out online on Spotify, Apple, all that fun stuff. You can find him. Go check out his music. SkylarWhitfield.live. All right. Now we get into all the fun stuff that happened this past weekend in the world of NASCAR. I guess we can start at Landon says, "Hey, everybody." The Xfinity race, it was entertaining to say the least.
In a way.
A few little things happened here, there, whatever. Typical Roval stuff for the most part. Well, then where it gets really, really interesting. Coming to the white flag, there's a car, and I can't even remember who it was, but regardless.
Oh, man. I knew what T said.
I don't know.
Leland Honeyman.
Leland Honeyman. That's it. That's right. He buries it in the tires. When I say buries it in the tires, you could barely see the spoiler sticking out. Well, TV showed it for, I don't know, it seemed like forever.
Yeah, I think they were just coming out of the first chicane.
Yeah. And so TV shows it the whole time. They're like, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Well, Parker Kligerman, who is in his final year of full-time racing at least, he says, this gnat is driving me insane. Anyway, he got him. But he comes out of the front stretch chicane, and they're telling him, dig, 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 get to the white. Well, they throw the white, and they think they got it won because the yellow comes out after the fact, they think. Well, NASCAR goes back and shows a replay, and they did technically get it right. Literally, the car was probably 2 foot and a half, 2 foot from the line. And the yellow light came on. I don't know. It's just the optics of it are bad. Because the call technically was right. But it's just like, man, why did y'all wait till there? If you were going to wait till there, then you should have just waited till he crossed the line for sure and then threw it.
Yeah, you could have done it either way, and I think it would have been fine. Now,
Yes.
obviously, you have good cause for a caution, but if you want to say we're going to let them take the white flag and we're just going to throw the caution, that's going to be the race, that would have been fine too.
Yes.
It was like a layup. You really couldn't make the wrong decision, and they find a way to just. I don't get it. I mean, I've kind of defended NASCAR a couple times on some decisions because I know it's kind of a tough spot. But there's no excuse. I don't know. I don't think you could have made a worse decision in that situation.
No.
I don't know. Why do you have to wait? So they couldn't have timed it. They couldn't have known if it was going to be one way or the other because there's no way they could time it.
No.
Of the light coming on like that. I don't know, man. I was so because everybody thought he won it, and then they have to show a slow frame by frame replay, and the light flashes right, like
literally
you said,
the
2 feet
frame
from the line.
before he was at the line.
So I don't know.
If it would have been one frame more.
I don't know who's in race control. I don't know if they ever know anything about racing or not at this point.
Well,
because that was either just a big mistake or an obvious attempt to cause some drama.
I don't know. What was said was who was directing the race does not direct off a monitor. They direct out the window. And this was their explanation. And being that they direct out the window, they were following the leaders more or less, just looking at the leader and did not look at that.
I don't believe that.
But what's bad is then they also come out and said, well, we have a person that is dedicated to watching the race feed from the broadcast. Well, the broadcast saw it.
Yeah.
So
And even so, I mean, come on, they add people. There should be somebody assigned to every part of the track.
yeah, I mean, they got spotters everywhere.
they don't take that long to throw caution normally.
No,
you know?
and that's my thing is like there's been cautions that
They've had a
somebody
car-
just brushed the wall.
They've had the 25th place car hit the wall and the lights
and never
were on.
stopped.
Yeah, you know,
and all of a sudden they hit.
I don't believe they were watching the leader and didn't see it.
I don't. Either.
I mean,
I don't either.
I feel like whoever had to make a statement just had to figure something out because there's not much of an excuse
No,
for that.
No, I'm with you on that. That was.
And I hated it because I wanted Parker to win.
I did too,
Really
man.
bad.
He was he's kind of that fan favorite that a lot of people want to win and want to see him win. And man, we thought he had it, and just I know even Jordan Bianchi after the race put on there that Parker Kligerman wins. That's just how he feels, and he's standing by it. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but it stinks. Stinks for Parker. But I will say, and some people are kind of giving Sam Mayer some flack for it, but to me, the pass to win the race, that was a textbook pass.
Oh yeah,
Some people are talking about, he doored Parker. I'm like,
Parker was giving everything.
Parker pinched down as
Yeah.
hard as he could to try to keep him back there.
I knew the caution came out. It was probably going to be Sam. But Sam was
Yeah.
faster, and you knew Parker. You know, obviously has nothing to lose. He's going to do whatever it takes. I thought it was, you know, like you said, pretty clean.
How
pass,
has Sam
all things
become-
considered?
Become one that's such a force on
Road courses, yeah. I don't know. Out of nowhere, it used to, you know,
know.
seem like you ran into everything.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he's honed it in a little bit and got some speed.
he has for sure. So, congratulations to Sam Mayer. Somehow Justin Allgaier squeaked out moving another round.
Yeah,
I don't.
that was crazy.
I mean, he had a decent finish finally.
But to go in the Roval down from the cut line and
Yeah.
having SVG and Allmendinger, you know, above you, that was kind of a surprise, but
It was.
impressive.
It was a. I don't know how he's just had. It's like he couldn't finish a race. He finally finished. He's done just enough. So it's going to be interesting going. I think heading to Las Vegas now, seeing who's your final four in both of these series. So we'll move on to Sunday Cup race. Just in general, what'd you think about the race?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought the Roval was played out for this week, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if I was a Larson fan, I thought it was cool, but I'm not. It was okay. It just nothing really memorable happened.
Yeah, it
Just
just
kind of race, but that's not. I mean, that's not bad. Not every race is going to be a home run. I understand that, you know, but I don't know. I would much rather than be at the Oval.
Well,
I thought it was okay race, but I didn't think it was.
I know you say not every race is going to be a home run, and I get that, and I'm with you on that 100%. But the whole reason this particular racetrack was even made was they said it was going to bring exciting racing, and for I say the first
Yeah,
3 races,
It did.
It really did.
that's kind of. I mean, you going into unknown. It's going to be
Yeah.
some crazy stuff. Now,
I was at the first 2, I want to say, and man, it was a lot of fun. The pass with Ryan Blaney winning one of the first one, I
Yeah.
think it was. Jimmy Johnson
yeah.
dive bombing Martin Truex and locking up the brakes and taking them both out, knocking them both out of the playoffs. I was there for that one, and what was so funny is I'm trying to remember his name. Who's Martin Truex crew chief? then
That was on
Colburn.
Yeah.
I was standing right beside, just happened to be, we were walking through, and I was standing right behind their pit box. And I thought they were coming to win the race, and I mean, you could just see the whole pit box just. And Colburn just jumps down off of it, and I just happened to be standing there, and I kind of held my hand, and I was like, man, so close. Oh well, kept on walking. So, but anyway, I'm kind of with you, and I think this car has not helped it, and it's not that the car is bad on road course. I think it's too good.
Yeah,
I think it's literally too good for the road course.
They're not the old heavy cars going through there are not heavy, but the more having to brake only a 4-speed.
Yep.
I don't know. It was okay, but like you said, it's not necessarily that it's bad. It's just this is what it's supposed to be a marquee race, I guess, in a way. And it's just kind of lost some of that one as they've kind of figured it out, in my opinion.
Well, figured it out, and I really think, personally, I think, and I know we keep harping on this, but I really think the excitement of this race really went down when they changed to this car.
Yeah.
I really do. And like I said, I think the car is just too good.
It's just more technical road course racing.
Yes.
There's not as much,
yes.
mistakes and kind of moving each other around. And
There's no mistakes.
because Xfinity is still...
Xfinity was an exciting race. I mean, like I said, somebody stuffing it into the tires. That's not going to happen unless it's raining in a Cup car.
Yeah.
And that's the only time that possibly
Which
could
they
happen.
said that he had a flat tires while it happened, but...
Yeah, but I mean, still. I mean,
it's just you're not going to see many people
look,
wheel hop. It's
Austin Dillon lost a tire and was still running 3/4 throttle around the track. I'm just like, apparently you only need 3 wheels to drive this thing.
They were lucky they got that. Otherwise, there wasn't really any natural occurring
No.
cautions for there.
There was no, I mean, there was debris cautions. That was it.
Debris,
There was
yeah.
there was debris and stage cautions. That was it. I mean, debris far as a tire on the track. I mean,
Yeah.
other than that, there was no natural.
Which I don't want to see cars tore up, but
No, I don't either, but it's cool to see
you
one
kind of see,
drive it to the edge and spin out sometime. I mean, you don't see it hardly anymore. All right, you don't see it anymore. Big thing come up after the race, and we just got some news on it just a few minutes ago, or I don't know, a couple hours ago maybe now. After the race, all the top 5 go into tech, and they bring in all the playoff cars. Alex Bowman's car was light at the scales, which is something I couldn't tell you the last time, if ever, I've heard somebody being light at the scales. And now, just to throw it out there, because a lot of people were talking about how it's going to go, Hendrick said just a couple hours ago, they are not going to appeal it.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. I was kind of like, man, what you got to lose?
yeah, I agree. But I guess they must obviously know they ain't going to win.
This is what I think they have to lose. When he went through, in this video, he went through that chicane on the front stretch, and they said the curbs coming out of it were horrible. Martin
nailed
Truex-
it one time.
Yeah, he nailed it. And I mean, like, was flying through the air. And he looked like, Ricky Bobby. And when he come down, something fell off the car. And the reason they knew it fell, because I think it was Joey Logano was behind him, and he hit it. I mean, it hit pretty hard, whatever it was. I don't know if it was weight. I don't know if it was.
I don't think. I
because
doubt
they
it.
run tungsten and everything, which is super heavy. I mean, super dense anyway. So a small piece is super heavy.
And they're not. They don't want weight flying off.
That's
probably the least likely thing to fall off the car.
Exactly. So that's why I was saying, if it was, let's just hypothetically say, hey, it was a piece of weight fell off because of this. Well, guess what? That's even more of a penalty. So there's no, if you appeal it, well, they didn't call you for this penalty. Well, we appeal it, and we're going to say, oh, it was a piece of weight fell off because of that bump over there. Oh,
that's probably crew chief and everything else.
exactly. So a bigger fine, more points. all that. So let's just not go down that road. So I hate it for Alex Bowman though, because dude, he was coming on at the
he's
right time
having
of year.
A crazy run in the playoffs.
He had scored up until I think this round. He had scored more points than anybody in the playoffs. It was shaping up, looking like, man, Hendrick could take all 4 spots in the which would be crazy. But I mean, I was like, hey, it could happen. So I hate it for Alex Bowman. Hate it for Blake Harris over there. Because it's nothing nobody did intentionally for sure.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. Happened at a bad time, really bad time.
Terrible time. I mean, and that's the thing is that's what stinks. It'd been like one thing if he was, would have won the race, and be like, oh, he was like, dang, that stinks. And he finished like 8th, I think, which I mean was a decent day, but it's like, man, we just squeaked by and got into the next round. Cool. Nope. Oh. So what it does is it keeps Joey Logano's hope alive for, another even year.
Yeah, the even year. Logano guaranteed to make the Final Four.
I'm telling you, dude. It's insane. But it's really funny because the owner points are actually different than the driver points, and it's all because supposedly Denny Hamlin was talking about. It's so hard to figure out, but he was saying basically it was because of what Kyle Larson had done with Indy and stuff like that. So the driver and owner points were kind of funky this year. So regardless, there are 3 Hendrick cars in it. Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick. I'm trying to remember who all else. Logano is in there now.
Byron Larson.
Yep. Byron Larson, Elliott, Logano, Hamlin, Reddick. Missing 2. I know Briscoe did not make it.
Briscoe didn't make it.
Oh,
is Blaney? No, Blaney.
Blaney's still in it. That is correct. And we're missing one. Who are we missing? I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'll look it up real fast. I figure somebody tell us real quick, but nobody's apparently cares. I'm just kidding. Christopher Bell. See, everybody always forgets Christopher Bell, and he's sitting 2nd in points right now in the playoff standings. And that is what happens. Everybody forgets about Bell, and he just slides right in there. I think he's one that, if he can make it to Phoenix,
he's good. Phoenix.
He's super good. So, anyway, that was an exciting weekend, I reckon. So, off to Vegas to start the round of 8. Man, I'd love to say, dude, I'm gonna tell you, I think Larson is just on a roll right now. I think he is turned up the wick. I think Byron's turned up the wick too, a little bit.
So it's all about getting hot at the right time.
And they seem to be able to do it somehow. And I hate that Bowman's out of it, but I think it's going to help the Hendrick cars actually even more. So it'll be interesting to see for sure. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, real quick. If you're in the area this weekend, come on down. And or is it this weekend? Yeah, they changed it. The monster trucks will be in town right here at Florence Motor Speedway.
Always draws a good crowd.
Huge crowd. Every time. Huge crowd. It packed the stands last couple times been there. So y'all get your tickets quick because it'll pack up for sure. So y'all go check out the monster trucks there at Florence Motor Speedway. I think I'm gonna go everything works out like I think it will, I think I'm gonna go test the car a little bit Saturday morning.
Cool.
Us and probably Chad, our buddy Chad Webster. Go break his back out, get him in the seat for the first time this year. You about ready to go test something?
Yeah, we plan to do something this week. I don't know if we can do it Saturday or not, but hopefully this week sometime.
Sweet. Who's Carolina playing this week?
They're playing Oklahoma. At Oklahoma.
What do you think?
Everybody we play is coming off a loss and is like, we're like their get back games.
Exactly. Everybody's like, yes, we're playing Carolina.
Yeah,
Good.
They just got beat down, so now they want to come out and prove a point. So I don't know. I think they can. I think they can beat almost anybody. Just can they? We just got to finish some games off. I don't know. So
Well, like I said earlier in the year, we play to everybody's level.
I will play up and we'll play down.
I promise you we will. Wherever you're at, that's where we're playing. So,
But they can win that big gigs. They got a bye week after that. But
all you Clemson fans,
Also-
who's Clemson playing this week? You know? I don't
who
know.
knows?
Who they play this past week?
Was it Wake?
Wake
I
Forest.
think it was Wake. Yeah.
Yeah. They won.
Yeah, it wasn't very close.
Wasn't close at all. So, anyway. All right. Well, you got anything else?
I think that'll about do it.
What's baseball looking like?
I think they're about to go to the National League Championship, American League Championship Series.
Who you think?
The Yankees are good right now. The
Yankees.
Yankees are really on a roll. The Dodgers are always in it. And,
That's what we needed. We needed another Braves Yankees year.
yeah, I wish the Braves were still in it. But
I know.
The Mets,
That's what I was-
Mets are pretty hot. Not a Mets fan for sure, but they're playing pretty good right now. And baseball is like that too. Baseball is about getting right at a hot time.
Oh, yes,
as well.
for sure.
So we'll see.
NFL this year, I don't have a clue who's going to beat who anymore.
They're all over the place.
I'm telling you. I think they changed to a next-gen car, too.
Everybody's got the same.
Everybody got the same stuff, except Panthers. They
Panthers still
suck.
bad. Yeah.
They suck. Panthers and Jacksonville.
Yeah,
They're terrible.
Very good.
Have they played each other yet?
I don't think so.
I don't
That'll
think so
be
either.
Like the battle of the worst teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Panthers' offense is better. Just the defense is made sure to make up for it and be extra bad.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Oh, well. All right, peoples. Well, we sure appreciate y'all hanging out. We want to thank Caden Honeycutt for coming on with us tonight and hanging out with us and pulling for him. Y'all go check out Cars Tour at North Wilkesboro. NASCAR be in Las Vegas.
Smart Mods and the Wheeling Modifieds will be in Wilkesboro.
Yes,
too.
they will all be in North Wilkesboro. That's correct. Be a big weekend of racing. They were supposed to be there last week, but because of the hurricane came through, they decided to move the date. So that'll be a good ticket to have at North Wilkesboro. So y'all head up there if you're in the area. There's just to let everybody know. I know y'all hear it probably everywhere, but there are still in need of all kind of donations in the western North Carolina area. From the flooding from Hurricane Helene. One thing I heard somebody say up there not long ago, they said, they still need water. They got to drink water, obviously. They said, but everybody has sent water. So they need, stuff like toilet paper and paper goods and stuff along those lines. But I said they got plenty of water right now. So if you need to, if you don't know anywhere to send in, supplies to the area, get with us. We can hook you up. I know quite a few people that's still making trips up there. So get with us and we'll get you headed in the right direction if you need that. But anyway, guys, appreciate y'all, and I guess we will check y'all next time.
Later.
Bucky, what's up, man? The flagman for Florence, South Carolina. It's Florence Motor Speedway. He's not even on. He done left us. God, Bucky. All right, guys. Well, I reckon that's gonna about do it. So appreciate y'all coming on with us tonight, and I guess we'll catch y'all next time. Have a good one.